Just like I said in my previous video about my favorite rapper of all time, a lot of the same things apply here. But it wasn't until recently that I realized Insane Clown Posse is my favorite rap group of all time. If you've been watching my channel since the beginning, you know that I've always said 3 6 Mafia was my favorite rap group. Don't get me wrong, 3 6 Mafia is still one of my all-time favorites. They're number 2 on my list. But if I'm being honest with myself, Insane Clown Posse had a bigger impact on me. That realization hit me about 2 years ago. For those who don't know, I've talked before about how I discovered ICP, but I'll give a quick rundown for anyone new. Back when I was in elementary school in the year 2000, the wave at the time was No Limit and Cash Money. I was a fan of both, but I was also a huge hip-hop head in general, always ready to discover something new. On Halloween night in 2000, right before going trick-or-treating with my mom and sister, I saw a music video premiere on MTV that completely grabbed my attention. I didn't have access to social media like today, so I couldn't just look the artist up. It wasn't until about 5 years later that I learned the video was by a rap group called Twisted, and the song was We Don't Die. The clown makeup, the aggressive flows, and the rock-infused instrumental had me hooked immediately. Through Twisted, I soon discovered Insane Clown Posse and listened to a sample of their album Ringmaster on Amazon. Back then, YouTube didn't exist, and streaming services weren't around yet. You either had to buy the music or listen to 30-second snippets in music stores and online websites, and that's exactly what I did. Those short previews were all I needed to know I was hooked. The dark atmospheric production and twisted story-driven themes completely fascinated me. As I got older, I only became more obsessed. I started buying ICP albums from FYE and Best Buy, Ringmaster being the first one. Just like Esham, ICP created an entire world through their music that completely entranced me. They called it the Dark Carnival, and each album revealed a secret message the listener had to piece together. One thing that always stood out about ICP was how much effort they put into their packaging. Their albums weren't just CDs, they were experiences. Each one came loaded with artwork, stories, and even sometimes games. But the most fascinating part was the hidden messages that hinted at the next Joker's card, part of their 6th album series. I'll be real, I was late to the party. By the time I discovered ICP, the 6th Joker's card had already been released. But that didn't stop me from diving deep into every booklet, reading every story, and getting lost in their world. And beyond the visuals and concepts, the music itself was amazing. ICP is one of those rare groups where every album sounds different. I also have to give major props to their main producer, Mike E. Clark, one of the most underrated producers in hip-hop. He perfectly captured the eerie cinematic sound of ICP's world. One of my favorite Mike E. Clark productions is Toy Box from Riddlebox. The song's concept is dark and imaginative. Violent J tells a story about his father who's a serial killer and how, as a child, his only comfort was his toys, which turn out to be possessed. The toy sound effects, the atmosphere, and the storytelling blend perfectly.
I was like 6, I used to get whipped by the chicks, and everyone would chase me and hit me with bricks.
That kind of creativity is what makes ICP stand out to me. In my opinion, ICP has some of the best concepts in hip-hop, and it's not all horror and murder. A lot of their songs carry deep motivational messages too. They're incredibly versatile. They can make you laugh, scare you, make you think, or even inspire you. A great example is one of my favorite songs, Growing Again. It's playful yet powerful. The concept is about continuing to grow and not letting people's opinions hold you back. Violent J literally grows taller throughout the song, while Shaggy 2 Dope encourages him to embrace it. By the end, Jay becomes a giant, and despite all the attention and criticism, keeps running, symbolizing never giving up on your goals, no matter what the world thinks.
Now I'm growing again, now I'm growing again, now I'm growing again, now I'm growing.
That's the beauty of ICP. Behind all the madness and humor, there's heart, creativity, and meaning. Their versatility, storytelling, and production make them my favorite rap group of all time. I could honestly go on forever about them, but this is just a glimpse into why ICP holds that top spot for me. Just with my favorite rapper Esham, I can't wait to go back through ICP's full discography and share my thoughts on each project. I've already heard countless albums and songs, and many of them still stick with me to this day. Sometimes as a content creator, I feel like I have to stay within the algorithm just to keep my channel going. But every once in a while, I have to step outside that and speak from the heart, and this is one of those times. Insane Clown Posse is without a doubt my favorite rap group of all time. Their music, creativity, and impact on my life are timeless, and that will never change.